Welcome friends in lecture 3 science lesson 3 metals and non-metals. In this particular lecture we are going to learn how the metal reacts with water. Now metal reacts with water, that is metal oxide reacting with water gives metal reacting with water gives metal oxide and forms hydrogen gas. Generally metal oxide furthermore reacts with water and gives metal hydroxides. So this is a chain reaction. We will say that metal first of all reacts with water and gives metal oxides initially and then furthermore. There are three types of it in this particular reaction. So we will learn one by one, first with cold water. So which are the metals which need to be reacted with only cold water? So cold water reactions we will see only in the case of few, that is potassium and sodium. So with respect to cold water, why they are supposed to be reacted with cold water? Because they dreadfully react, vigorously reacts, aggressively react. And if you just put sodium or potassium inside water, you see a kind of a blast. They are burning with flames and all. So they vigorously reacts, forming potassium with potassium hydroxide, leaving hydrogen gas as bubbles, and lot of amount of heat energy is produced. That is called as an exothermic reaction. The same way sodium also reacting with water molecules forms sodium hydroxide, forming hydrogen gas, and aggressively reacting results into heat energy. Calcium does not react that aggressively because it is an alkaline element, not an alkyl element. So that is another group, second group. So magnesium, calcium, they do not react aggressively, but yes, they still react with cold water, and they also produce hydrogen gas forming calcium hydroxide, and some amount of heat energy is definitely liberated, but not as the amount like burnings and all in case of potassium and all. So they are less violent, I would say. They are less violent and less exothermic. Now hot water, we will say they do not react with cold water, magnesium, but they react with hot water. So magnesium reacting with water molecules gives magnesium hydroxide, leaving hydrogen gas. Fine. Furthermore, the another substances which do not react neither with cold water, neither with hot water, are reacting with steam. Steam means in the form of an gaseous state water. So the very hot steam is passed on layers of aluminum and iron, reacting with two aluminum reacting with 3 water molecules gives aluminum oxide, Al2O3, and hydrogen gas is produced. In the same way, iron reacting with 4 water molecules forms Fe3O4 and leaves out 4 hydrogen molecules, that is 4H2. Right? Generally certain elements do not react with water are lead, copper, silver, gold, etc. So lead do not react with water easily. Copper also do not react with water very easily. May be kept for a very long period, might react somewhat, but not in an initial state. Fine. Next is what happens when metals reacts with acids. Now metals when reacts with acid forms, like generally metal reacts with dilute acid like hydrochloric acid, sulfuric acid, phosphoric acid, and general acids, mineral acids, they react with metals, that is zinc. Metal reacts with dilute acid, forms salt, and hydrogen gas is formed. We have taken an example and learned in the first chapter also, that is zinc reacting with hydrochloric acid forms zinc chloride and hydrogen gas is liberated. In the same way, magnesium reacting with sulfuric acid forms magnesium sulfate and hydrogen gas is again liberated. So this is how the hydrogen gas is formed. The exception is nitric acid. You need to learn this much more better part. This is the part which is asked for an exam point of view also, nitric acid. Now why nitric acid do not form hydrogen gas easily? So nitrogen acid is itself a very strong oxidizing agent. Itself is a very strong oxidizing agent, so does not produce hydrogen as in form of a gas, but oxidize H2 to produce water molecules. Oxidize means H2 reacting with water molecules forms reacting with oxygen forms water molecules and gets reduced. Also it reduces itself. This is an oxidation reaction and it reduces itself to form nitrogen oxide. These nitrogen oxides are N2O, NO and NO2. N2O, NO, that is nitrogen oxide, dinitrogen oxide, nitrogen dioxide. This is how the three components can be formed, either of them. So generally they form nitrogen oxide. There is still an exception in it where two metals, that is manganese and magnesium. Manganese and magnesium do not react to form nitrides, but forms hydrogen gas. That is, this is an exception, I would say, in case of a nitric acid itself also. And a second exception in nitric acid, like manganese and magnesium, reacts with dilute nitric acid to form, that is a dual hydrogen gas. By rest of the other metals do not form hydrogen gas with nitric acid but form nitrates, that is N2O, NO and NO2. Okay, next is how do metals react with solution of other metals. We have already learned in the first chapter, that is displacement reaction, that is a more reactive element is going to displace a less reactive element. We have seen an examples of copper sulfate also, that iron solution is put inside or iron nail is put inside in copper sulfate solution and forms iron sulfate and copper is displaced. Fine. So this is about the reactivity series, that a more reactive element is going to displace a less reactive element. This is a reactivity series, that is a more reactive element is going to displace a less reactive element. Potassium, sodium, calcium, magnesium, aluminum. Up till here they are very highly reactive elements. Then after the carbon, I would say the reactivity turns less than carbon. So zinc, iron and lead counts to be moderately reacting elements, not very highly reacting element compared to these elements which are at the top series. Now after hydrogen, that is another non-metal kept as a barrier to show that these elements are very less reactive elements like copper, then still less reactive is mercury, Hg, silver, gold and platinum. So platinum would be the least reactive element found in the series. Right? So these can be separated by electrolysis method. This should be separated by carbon, and that is carbon replacement. These cannot be replaced by the carbon because the carbon is less reactive than these elements. In the same manner, these are very less reactive elements. They are generally gold, silver and platinum is found in free state itself only. Fine. So I hope so you have learned this much. So thank you for this particular video.